Marvin Vettori versus Kevin Holland, UFC Fight Night, ABC 2.
What's up, Jred?
What's going on?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Brothers of the World podcast, episode, where are we at, 16?
Somewhere around there.
I think we're 16. So, guys, we filmed this podcast last week, but Darren Till, as you know, dropped out, collarbone injury.
What's funny is, as I said, hey, maybe should we film it today or do we wait on just in case some shit happens? We said, nah, let's film it today. And then the next day, Darren Till falls out. The next day. But that's all right. That's all right.
We're here, guys. We got a good main event. Card's kind of light, but there's, some names
Good names up and down the card.
Yeah, there's some names that'll catch your eye. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, we got last-minute replacement. Kevin Holland, the Trailblazer. What is it?
AKA Big Mouth.
Big Mouth, AKA Trailblazer, bro. That's his persona he's fighting as.
Yeah, in these interviews you were saying?
He has different alter egos. He literally is Deadpool fighting the UFC. So this alter ego, I heard him in a recent podcast interview that he's bringing a different guy. This Trailblazer is more focused. He's not going to be talking as much. I know 2 podcasts ago we said after his loss to Derek Brunson that he's going to bounce back, but
he's not going to bounce back.
This is a tough bounce back. He fought 10 days ago from this when this fight's going to take place, right? Mm-hmm. So, it's interesting. Will we see him win? I don't think so, but let's start breaking it down. So
it sucks because as much as we do like Kevin Holland, it feels like now we're just like, we're throw that meme up of Andy from Toy Story dropping, saying, I'm done with this toy. It kind of feels like that, but it's more the matchup. Marvin Vettori is just, he's such a good fighter. I feel like him bringing that pressure, he can wrestle and strike. He's going to put it on you. Marvin Vettori is a storm that's coming through.
And yeah, you say he's a storm, so I really feel like he's on track to, be the next competitor for Israel.
Mm-hmm. I thought it would take a lot longer. I liked Marvin Vettori since like the Izzy fight and maybe before, but I thought it would take longer for him to get to this point.
But Vettori's last win coming against, Jack Hermanson, who's, he was going to be the number 1 contender, but Vettori, he filled in late too, right? Like a month notice. Hermanson was supposed to fight somebody else, right?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I believe he was a last minute substitution. Last minute a month. But he was ready. He came in and fought, Jack Hermanson 5 rounds, right?
Mm-hmm. 5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Unanimous decision.
Pretty good win for him. Now we're looking at, Kevin Holland. He was supposed to fight Darren Till. Now we know Kevin Holland has problems with the wrestling. Marvin Vettori, does he really go for these takedowns?
He can. And then I feel like he's on the way bigger side when it comes to these middleweights.
You're right.
He's very thick. He's super wide in his shoulders.
And Kevin Holland, it looks like he fights at, I'm sure he cuts a little bit of weight, but when he fought 10 days ago,
he was saying that he wants to go down to 170.
He also weighed 183, right? He was under the limit, which is,
Yeah, Marvin Vettori is definitely cutting weight to make this weight limit. And like I said, I feel like Marvin Vettori is a damn bulldog. It doesn't matter. He's tough. He might do the chain wrestling. It's not like he came back like he's an Olympic wrestler or anything, but I feel like every single step of the way
he has that tool.
He's grown.
Back pocket.
Yes, he's grown and he's well-rounded everywhere. He's training with Kelvin Gastelum over there at King's MMA. I'm sure that wrestling is good.
Yeah, he's strong. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. It's gonna be.
He's strong. He's technical.
So I guess you can. I would say Derek Brunson, obviously better wrestler, better wrestling, pedigree, background. So if he learned anything from watching Kevin Holland's last fight, I'm sure he's watched tape. I'm not saying it's easy, but
But Kevin presented that takedown pretty.
Wear on him, and let's just say that we didn't see the best Kevin Holland that night. Obviously, we saw Kevin Holland that really let us down. Now, like I said, he's playing a different persona. He's not going to talk as much. He's actually going to be focused. Will that matter? I don't think so. This is short notice. This is a tough fight. Now, I do give him respect. It takes balls to step in.
Yeah, especially on a dude like Marvin Vettori. All these the 5 fights that he had, some were short notice throughout this last year. And some of them were I think, what was his name? That Alex Antieros guy, the guy that he finished with the slam. I think that was him making his UFC debut. This is him taking a short notice fight against a dude who's causing a lot of problems here in this middleweight division. And props to him. It's just Marvin. I'm going to go with Marvin by decision. I do think if Marvin can take it down, he is going to be way more aggressive than Derek Brunson was.
For sure.
He's going to drop a lot more bombs. Maybe that'll give Kevin Holland the opportunity to create space and get back up. But
let me just say this before you go on, Johnny. I say we give Kevin Holland, although last performance was you know, it really made me just like think he shit on the sport, especially at main event of all stages. But him filling in late sub, I say we give him the same amount of respect we gave Paul Felder when he stepped in for fighting RDA. So at the end of the day, Kevin Holland, he took this fight. Fuck yeah, it's dope. The main event's happening. It still looks good. Kevin Holland, I wouldn't say the hype train is totally derailed. It's still there. He's, you know, Derek Brunson was tough. He didn't fight to his best ability, but this one, I mean, let's just say, bro, Kevin Holland gets the job done. He wins somehow. Where does this put him? Does he jump Derek Brunson in like the rankings? Because Derek Brunson top 5, right?
I don't know, man. That's a good question because I feel
where does
like
he end up?
He should take Marvin Vettori's spot, but there's no way he can be above Derek Brunson. You know what I mean? There's no way. He just lost to him.
So let's go with what the odds makers are saying. So the odds guy's currently sitting at minus 330 for Martin Vettori. Pretty heavy favorite. Not, you know, astronomical, but Kevin Holland sitting at a plus 260. So let's just go with, you know, what we're deciding. I'm also picking Vettori decision. Because Kevin Holland, he has a chin from hell, and even if you get him on the ground, he knows how to survive. It's tough to fucking knock out Kevin Holland. You know, he's at the end of the day,
or to finish him.
At the end of the day, he's a winner.
Yeah, Thiago Santos couldn't finish him when he made his UFC debut. So yeah, man.
Maybe we'll see the Kevin Holland that fought Jacare. But okay, if we go with Vettori winning, where does that put him? Does this boost his? He wins. Right?
It depends on what happens with Kelvin versus Robert Whittaker,
which happens next week, right?
Yeah, at this point, we shouldn't even be able to deny Robert Whittaker from a title fight. But
the thing is, he's too nice. He needs to.
I think we talked about this a while back. That
he needs to demand more. You know,
Izzy is looking at nothing but fucking rematches right now. Kelvin, if he wins, Robert, if he wins, Marvin Vettori, if he wins.
We want to see him fight a new face, but there's not too many right now in the top 5. It's the same dudes, and I do want to see a Whittaker rematch, but right now Vettori, I think he's gonna win.
I think it goes if Whittaker wins. I think it goes Whittaker first, and Vettori will probably have to fight one more. But this next fight, Sadiq Yusuf versus Arnold Allen. This is a battle of the prospects here in the co-main events.
This potential fight of the night, in my opinion, Arnold Allen, just one loss. I mean, is he coming off of a loss right now, or is he? He's been on a layoff, I believe, right?
Yeah, we haven't seen him in quite a while. He had he fought in January.
A year ago. But you're right. He's been riding a win streak. So he's on a six win streak. Oh no! Since joining the UFC, he's won all his fights.
Yeah, but he's on a 9-fight win streak. We saw him January 2020, and yeah, he came into the UFC pretty hot, and so did Sadiq Yusuf, coming off of the Dana White Contender Series. I know I was pretty disappointed when he knocked out Gabriel Benitez in the first round. He just beat Andre Fili with the unanimous decision.
They've had the same amount of layoff, obviously. This is all pre-COVID. They both fought 2020 in January. So both over a year. You can't really take that away from it. And they're both, like I said, surging prospects. One's 27. That's for us. They're both 27, you know? So this is really, both have one loss. Both been in the UFC. They're relatively new. So, this just screams like, who wants to put, their name in the hat? Who's going to be the hotter prospect? This one, I can see it going the distance. Both these guys are like cardio-based fighters, like, a lot of, kickboxing, distance management. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Nigerian, Sadiq Yusuf. I feel like he gets it done. He is the minus 135 favorite, plus 115 for Arnold Allen. It's going to be a good kickboxing match, in my opinion.
I do agree with you. I just think that Arnold Allen, I'm hoping Arnold Allen can go ahead and just show a more well-rounded game. Maybe go for some trips and takedowns, mix it up.
At the end of the day, that's what you want to see. You want to keep your opponent guessing.
Because I do see Sadiq as more of a power puncher striker.
Yeah.
We haven't really got to see his ground game as much. But he showed some great toughness in his unanimous decision over Andre Fili. That's the only thing.
It's a tough win. Fili's tough. At the end, he trains a Team Alpha Male. If you go to 5 or 3 rounds with Fili,
And that's the only thing that worries me for Allen, to see if Allen's going to have that toughness, because Fili did get hit with some hard shots. But I want to go Allen by decision.
Both these guys have some chins. They're both young, 27. So Arnold Allen, I'm going Yusuf. I think, I'm going to win this fight.
I don't think so.
I think so, bro.
No, I don't think so.
Hannah Montana's boyfriend, bro.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And I'm letting you know from the
Can
beginning.
I make a call out?
That's who I'm going for.
You're going for
Miley Cyrus, will you be my Valentine? Yeah, because I hate Sam Alvey. I don't know why.
Because he beat Rashad Evans.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons.
I think that was Rashad's retirement fight.
He's way too happy, shaving a damn smiley face into the back of your head.
Yeah.
I hate Sam Alvey for a lot of reasons.
It's kind of an annoying persona that he's just out there to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Like he carries that badge. Julian Marquez, I mean, he just came with a knockout win, right?
Yeah, and it was a tough fight as well because it was back and forth between him and Maki Pitolo.
Legendary call out.
Then he fucking knocked him out there at
submission.
The end. Submission?
He finished him with a sub in the third round. So yeah.
Okay.
But you're right. He had him hurt, and then he ended up taking him to the ground, submitted him.
Sam Alvey, on the other hand, is coming off of a 4-fight loss streak to Nogueira, Jimmy Crew, Klitzen, Abreu, and Ryan Spann.
And then he just had a draw in October 2020, so a couple months ago against Jung. So he hasn't won as of late, guys, and this is probably
he's definitely in his latter half of the career.
Honestly, I want to say win or lose. I don't see him winning, but this is his. I feel like his last fight in the UFC.
They're gonna be giving him his walking papers.
This is it, bro. And he is 34, so he's
34. I feel like I've seen Sam Alvey, and he's been annoying me for at least 15 years now.
He haunts your dreams, but he does have like that journeyman record. I wouldn't technically call him a journeyman because I feel like they do better. I don't even know what to consider Sam Alvey. He annoys me too. I'll agree with you on that. He's hard to like. I mean, he's a happy guy,
and it has nothing to do with the red.
But it's just like Julian Marquez is coming off of a big win, and then he had a big shout out. He has good fanfare right now. I'll go with Julian Marquez. I hope he comes out with Miley Cyrus on his chest.
Hey, how about you go with Sam Alvey, because I want to choose Julian Marquez because I
can't pick Sam Alvey, bro. But I know I just can't, bro.
Sam Alvey by decision, I guess. I mean, we need to disagree somewhere around here, but fuck Sam Alvey.
Julian Marquez knockout first round.
I like Julian Marquez.
Starches him.
Cuban, what's his name? Cuban Missile Crisis? What are the odds on this one?
This one's actually fairly close. We got Julian Marquez as the favorite, minus 190, plus 160 for Sam Alvey. Julian Marquez, I just think he's going to come in better shape. Sam Alvey always comes in like he's,
a little flabby.
Like a bag of milk.
Like
no offense, Sam Alvey, but...
I will offend
we're
you,
offending
Sam
you.
Alvey.
My bad.
Come get some.
To women's strawweight. Second fight of the main card.
Nina Asneroff versus Mackenzie Dern. This is going to be a good one, man.
So we got Amanda Nunes, his wife.
Yes, Amanda Nunes' wife.
Making a return.
This is her first fight back, coming off of the loss to Tatiana Suarez, which was back in 2019. She had her baby.
She had a baby, so that's reason for layoff.
Yeah, she had her baby. Now there's that mom strength. This is Battle of the Moms here. Because she's fighting Mackenzie Dern, who also...
But Mackenzie Dern...
She's been a little more active.
She's been very active. She fought 3 fights in 2020, wins, And then 2 of them were finishes, 2 subs, 2 ciphers, Marcos, and then she beat Janaroba, love Janaroba, back in December, to a 3-round decision. But yeah, so Nina has... no easy fight here. Mackenzie Dern's always going to be a tough challenge.
Well, you know what? I feel like Nina's not going to have the level of jiu-jitsu that Mackenzie has. Because, obviously, that's what Mackenzie is known for.
That's her bread and butter.
I feel like she should have enough to maybe negate it and try to keep it a striking battle. Because in that last fight against Tatiana, I love Tatiana Suarez. She won those first 2 rounds pretty easily. But in that 3rd round, Nina was able to stop that takedown.
So she does have the takedown defense ability.
Yeah, and started striking her up. I'm pretty sure she has a huge advantage when it comes to striking compared to Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern in her last fights have just come in swinging.
Well, why don't we just point out the obvious? She's married to Amanda Nunes, so obviously, who does she train with?
She's getting some good training partners.
She trains with probably the best fighter in the world. Now I'm sure they don't spar full clip, because they don't want to hurt each other. Obviously, of course, Amanda doesn't want to hurt her wife.
Yeah.
But they train. I'm sure, Amanda teaches her a few things.
And if Amanda is taking her down and holding her down, Amanda's fighting at 145, 135.
But is that the difference maker?
It's 115.
Probably
I know
not.
Mackenzie is a very thick woman. Mm-hmm. So she might be coming in on the heavier side of 115, but...
I'll let you pick first. Let's go. Who are you going with in this?
I'm gonna go Nina Ansaroff by striking. She's gonna.
Thank you.
Go to decision.
Because I wanted to disagree, so of course I was gonna go with Dern.
Dern?
Yeah,
right, cool.
Mackenzie Dern for sure. And I feel like she submits her.
Either way, I'm
third
gonna
round.
be either way, I'm gonna be happy with this fight.
Just see her as the more, she's the fresher fighter. She's fought 3 times last year, coming off 3 wins. Like I said, Nina Ansaroff. Her last one was in 2018. It's been a minute.
I think this is gonna be a really good fight right here because, like I said, Mackenzie Dern is usually or lately has just been coming and swinging. That's going to be a good one.
It's definitely like something to watch to see the return of Nina, though. Like that's definitely like something I'll look forward to. Let's get into the opener of the main card.
This is a banger.
Good. This one I feel like has knockout of the night potential.
Oh yeah,
height, right?
Yeah,
probably.
And if it's not a knockout, it's definitely going to be fight of the night because both of these guys are going to be swinging.
I would bet the under here, guys.
Bet the under. Of course, we're talking about Mike Perry versus Daniel Rodriguez.
D-Rod.
D-Rod.
D-Rod swings for the fences, man.
And both of these guys do. They're coming in with kind of similar records. Mike Perry 14-7, Daniel Rodriguez 13-2.
Can we say it? He's a fun fighter.
This
is. I know we say that to mock, but this is the fun fighter.
The
Mike
fun
Perry.
fighter.
Platinum Mike Perry. Now, does he have a training camp coming in? Haven't heard too much. What about you?
I know the last thing I heard was that him and Darren Till were FaceTiming talking about, hey, come train with me.
I thought that was just for shits and gigs.
No, but more recently they did like a face-to-face thing over the interwebs.
The only thing I'm happy about is that Mike Perry he's recently stayed out of the news for
That's very true.
Yes,
yeah. No kicking down glass doors.
No fighting random people at the mall or some shit.
Yeah, no punching old men at restaurants. Yeah, you know what? Mike Perry is.
I wonder if we'll see.
Is he turning shit around for his baby Ocean?
I hope so.
What I want to know is who's going to be in his corner. Is it still
his girl? What's her name? Lattori?
Yeah, Lattori. Are they married now? I think Lattori.
Common law. Nah, I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know the inner workings of Mike Perry's relationship, but hey, I think it's going to be
This is going to be a banger, slugfest.
I feel like D-Rod is going to put him out. D-Rod's the bigger welterweight. He's 6'1", fighting at welterweight. I feel like he's a true middleweight, so he cuts a lot of weight for this. Will that affect him? Will he make weight? Hopefully. He is the minus 170 favorite, plus 145 for Platinum Mike Perry. Mike Perry, he lost his last fight too, right? He's coming off of a loss.
Yeah, he lost to, come on, what's his name? Y'all know his name. This is embarrassing. Tim Means,
the Dirty Bird.
Yes, sir.
He lost last year. Well, he had 2 fights last year. He beat Mickey Gall. That was a good fight. But then again, Mickey Gall, he's been one of those, like, remember we were talking about Phil Davis?
Yeah.
He's one of those.
Yeah, they put some hype behind him.
We built him up, and then, they didn't produce. So, he beat Mickey Gall for what that's worth. It's a win. And also with no training camp. I don't know how he's been training for this fight, but D-Rod is no one to slack off. D-Rod's also coming off a loss, though. UD.
That's the thing. That's the reason why I'm going with D-Rod. It's like D-Rod seems like he's actually taking this serious. Like he wants to fight. He wants to win. He wants to go out there and make money. Everything that Mike Perry has shown is like, yeah, I'm sure he wants it as well, but he's a funny, silly guy that's getting himself into a bunch of shit outside of the ring, inside of the ring. And he's got his girlfriend cornering him.
Let me say this. The matchmaking in this fight, they put them together to knock each other's head off. Nobody said, let's watch a good old technical striking affair. No, this is literally like, let's watch them. Let's give them let's open the card with some fireworks.
So considering that Daniel Rodriguez seems to be like the more focused fighter that's really got his head in the game, I'm going to go with Daniel Rodriguez by knockout second round.
Same thing. I like D-Rod knockout. And the reason behind this is because, look, Daniel Rod's last loss was against Dalby back in November 2020. And the thing about Dalby, he fights with like patience and precision. What's his name? Platinum Mike Perry likes a good scrap. So the thing I would usually Daniel Rodriguez, I would pick him like in the under. But this fight, since he's fighting Mike Perry, I feel like he can also win in the over. You know what I'm saying? This is the only exception. Him fighting Mike Perry, even if he doesn't get that knockout early, he can finish it. He can finish at the end. He can win UD.
Yeah.
But I feel like he is going to finish, and I feel like I'll go crazy. And I'm gonna. When we repeat this the next day, the recap, I'm going to say, called it, first round knockout.
First round knockout? Well, that's it for the main card. Throughout the undercard, there are a bunch of good names.
Say the names,
We've got Jim Miller, Joe Selecki, Jorgen De Castro, Jack Shore, Hunter Azar, Jordan Griffin, William Knight, Impa Kasaganai opens up the whole fight.
Impa, the return from the getting knocked out and being posterized.
Straight up against Sasha Palatnikov, who destroyed Luis Cosi. Actually took a shitload of damage in that first round. And then
just gassed him.
Yeah.
He gassed himself out, Cosi.
So that is definitely
he's the one with the brother, right?
Fight. Yeah, they're the Cosi brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people said this card's like real light, but there's some fucking names on there.
If you know, and if you're looking at these matchups, you know that there's some really good fights.
There's some names to watch, and there's some shit to see. So
Hot Sauce Holtzman, Norma Dumont. Yep, lots of good fights up and down.
It's good shit, guys. We agreed on most of them, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna end up with more MMA knowledge. We'll see you back here with the recap. And that's going to do it for our, where are we at? UFC Fight Night, Vettori versus Holland. We'll put the number in later.
ABC2.
Oh, this is the second fight on ABC.
I do believe that Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is not the favorite. What's the other one? The underdog. He's the underdog against Gilbert Burns. So jump on that right now.
Oh, they
made that fight, and for some reason Wonderboy is the underdog. So jump on that and make some fucking money.
That's going to change.
Make some fucking money. We're out of here, huh?
That's going to do it, guys. That's our breakdown. We'll see you next week. Brothers of the world, man.
Brothers of the world.
We did it.
Laters.